MMTLP holders continue digging deep to find more secrets about the FINRA market corruption. So what's the latest update? Stay focused as we go through recent news as well as my MMAT chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for regular stock market updates. First up, Global Trading Systems CEO Ari Rubenstein has been investigated twice in the past, and these investigations were filed by the New York Stock Exchange. Investors flooded Twitter with screenshots of these records that are available on FINRA's BrokerCheck website, and people are questioning the legitimacy of Ari Rubenstein as well as how many companies might have suffered the same fate as MMTLP. Investors are also planning to file individual lawsuits so that this problem can receive attention in a faster manner. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. So as you guys can see right here we're now in the 1-day chart for MMAT, and as always we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off we'll get to the 5-minute chart. But before we do that, we'll of course talk about MMTLP. First up, Rosa Tawil, who's the person who files the lawsuit against FINRA, has tweeted and she needs evidence against MMTLP's this fraud, right? Everything that happened against FINRA basically, and about the market corruption. So a lot of people. Now, first up, I will attach the link to that tweet in the pinned comment of this video, so you can go there and submit any evidence to her if you have it, right? At the same time, I was looking at the replies of that tweet and I got to know that apparently some people who are using a specific Canadian brokerage, which of course I don't know the name of, right, are seeing a share price of $8.25 for MMTLP, which of course we all know is not the, it wasn't the deal when the trading got halted. The price was, I believe, $2.89 or $2.9, right, something like that. And a lot of people are also posting a video which shows that the stock clearly was being traded after 8th December, right? I'll share the link to that video as well in the pinned comment, and it shows that the stock is being traded on, I believe, 13th or 14th, well, not 14th, 13th December, so that was yesterday, right? As well as another tweet I saw where a user apparently showed volumes of the stock being traded, and it showed spikes of volumes, and well, it did not show spikes of volumes, it showed spikes in the price, right, where the price went from 2.9 to I believe a high of $6.5 pretty much, which was on 9th and 12th December, right? So that's Friday and Monday, right? Which of course was not possible, right? It's not possible. The stock, the trading had been halted. So how did the shares get traded, right? A lot of people are also talking about the NYSE investigation that we already talked about before, about how market makers are manipulating the market, right? That's kind of common sense. Market makers manipulating the market. And a lot of people are also sending in screenshots of how the shares being bought and sold included a lot of people buying and selling, or rather a lot of buying and selling of the exact number of shares traded, which was 505, which also reads out to be SOS. And if you look at an article which was recently published about market maker manipulations, and they shared a lot of codes that market makers use, and 505 was short on shares, so that's SOS, and that basically means that, hey, I'm short on shares, right, and I need more volume, I need more shares so I can cover my position, right? So that of course was the SOS message. At the same time, if we talk about what's going to happen now, a lot of people are contacting Rosa Tawil actually to kind of add their name, or rather register further individual lawsuits, right? And that of course is a good thing. If more lawsuits are registered, of course more attention will be drawn to this, and I do appeal to people that you should probably start sending out mails to other YouTubers as well who are in the finance niche to cover this, because of course this will directly or indirectly affect them, right? I will of course do my part, and at the same time, if we talk about some YouTubers that might be able to help, well, I do know that there are a few trading YouTubers like Meet Kevin and others who are like, they have a lot of market reach, and others like Coincider, which reported several crypto scams as such, and even though he's probably not interested in the stock market, he might be able to help with the entire scam situation, right? So it's good to contact influential people to kind of bring light to this matter so more people can be, involved. And of course, the people that are being affected by all of this is you guys, and that's, of course, the general public, right? It's us. And at the same time, corporations likely won't be affected by this, and it's kind of been like that for ages, right? Corporations have always Not always, but most of the time they've gotten away with stuff. But this time, I really hope that MMTLP holders don't let them get away from this, right? And I do believe that, things will turn out in your favor. At the same time, for that to be the case, we have to keep the tweets rolling, we have to keep the attention rolling, right? All eyes need to be focused on MMTLP because this is more than an issue for MMTLP holders, right? This is an issue for every single investor out there who wants to protect their investment rights, right? Who wants to protect their general rights, right? Their rights with whatever they do with their money, right? If they have bought a stock, no one should be kind of able or powerful enough to just take it away from them, right? That's basically the sense of what I'm trying to say. Now, at the same time, if we come back to MMAT, right, what does MMAT's future look like? People have a lot of hope, right? At the same time, if we look at the price action, we're down 0.73% on the pre-market. We're down to $1.36, which is not that big of a gap down, right? So what's going to happen today? If you ask me, well, we did get an inside candle yesterday over here. So an inside candle basically is a candle where the body of the candle is smaller than both of the wicks, right? Not combined individually. If both of the wicks are bigger than the body of the candle, it can be called an inside candle. And of course, we can see that we did get one over here. It usually indicates enhanced volatility. So the next following days after an inside candle are usually very volatile. So I personally do think that we might get a big sell-off because of course the situation is not all that good, right? And of course anything that happens to MMTLP holders will definitely affect MMAT as a stock and company, of course. So in my opinion, the stock probably will go up in the future, right? That's again my opinion. But at the same time, the current situation going on will definitely take a hit on the stock, and I do think that we might go down to prices of 1.2 again, right? We'll probably test this again. As you guys can see, we're kind of closing in on this, and once we did hit somewhat of a double bottom. And now if we don't cross 1.6 pretty much right on the upper side, then we'll probably be stuck in this range of 1.6 to 1.2. And if we're stuck in this range, we'll probably have no option but to cross it one way or the other. So it's either going up or going down, right? And in my opinion, the current thing will of course be going down, right? And of course, I'm not a hater of the stock in any way. I fully support you guys, but at the same time, we have to take all of these factors into consideration while investing. And it's only, kind of best for your own financial, what do you call it? Well-being, I guess, right? It's good for your financial well-being to know when a stock is about to go down and when it's about to go up. So in my opinion, MMAT, even though it will go up in the long term, is currently kind of forming a bearish trend, right? We can see that we did get somewhat of a bearish trend over here, and then it got even more volatile after the entire trading halt and all of that stuff. So of course, it's not that good of a thing. And with that, of course, we'll have to jump on into the 1 hour chart so we can analyze the stock in a bit more detail. And now that we're in the 1 hour chart, we can see that over here we did get a good amount of volume in the last few candles, right? So we can see that an extended sell-off is about to begin, right? At the same time, we can see that no matter how much volume we got over here, for some reason we went up on 12th December. This pretty much, there are two ways to go about this. First up, of course, it could be the people buying that know that MMTLP shareholders are going to win this battle against FINRA, or the other ones are basically buying just for the company probably. I believe that there are a good amount of people, why did I say good amount of number? There are a good amount of people that buy stocks based off of the stock and not based on the news, right? And no matter how dumb or how bad of an investing decision it may sound, some people do that, right? We can't really comment on their investing choices. But at the same time, if we talk about what's going to happen today, in my opinion, I believe that we'll probably hit the $1.4 resistance first because we can see that we're building somewhat of a breather on the pre-market, right? So we probably won't be continuing with this bearish thing today. We might, right? If we get resisted by 1.4, we'll probably continue with this. But if not, we'll probably cross this and get this as a support. Next level is 1.45, right? Now, MMAT's support and resistance levels are pretty linear, right? They're in order at 1.4, 1.45, 1.5, 1.55. So these are important levels, of course, right? 5 cents up, 5 cents down. That's the way to find support and resistance for MMAT, right? Again, that's psychological and that's not a technical support, right? It's just a psychological support. If we look at support, of course, 1.35, and below that 1.32 is serving as a good support. That's again technical, not psychological. 1.3 is psychological and not technical. But of course, with that, I personally want to see what's exactly going on over here. So we'll jump on into the 5-minute chart. And now that we're in the 5-minute chart, we can see that of course we don't have great volume on the pre-market, right? But at the same time, we can see that yesterday we did get a good amount of sell-off over here, right? Of course, it's not a good thing to get a sell-off, but we did get a good amount of sell-off. That's what I mean, right? And we did hit a double top over here at 1.44, pretty much 1.45. After that, we fell down. We took support at 1.35 pretty much, right? So we can see that we do follow by these levels. We do follow 1.41, for example, 1.4 pretty much, right? Fell down, took support 1.38, double bottom over here around 1.38, 1.39 pretty much, right? Another triple bot, or rather a triple top, a quadruple top at $1.4, right? So again, I do reiterate on these levels. If we talk about a price prediction in the long term, I do see MMAT going up, but how up can the stock go? How high can the stock go? Well, I would probably give it a 1-year target of $10, I guess. That should be good, right? If everything plays out well, a $10 price target should be achievable on the 1-year time frame. But then again, it could be higher than this, could be lower than this, and that is why I could be wrong. And this most definitely is not financial advice, and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.